Hello and welcome. I'd forgotten actually that it was a course because the worker wouldn't work. So it was me saying, "Oh yeah, we'll switch this on," and why not? Why is that making no difference to the actual? Oh, mind you, it can be a bit slow. Let's just see because it should be doing something, but on the mini map, it's doing absolutely nothing, and we can see what has been done. It's not. Yeah, it's nitrogen. It says nitrogen on it. So why is it not actually doing the nitrogen? It is bad. It is really. I've got to be honest. I think it proves really. Let's be honest. If you analyse what's happening now, Giants made the module for FS22, and no, it was FS22, and I don't think it was. Oh no, it was FS19 as well, and it all worked perfectly well. Worked perfectly well on FS22, as I can definitely verify as being one of my favourite mods. From Giants that added a bit more realism when I could cope with it. Initially it wasn't, it was too much for me, but then I adjusted and I really did love it. So it worked perfectly well. Now how come it's not working so well for FS25? You've got to ask yourself the question, well, what has changed in FS25? Well, the beast is obviously rather a lot different from FS22 and FS19, and is a lot harder to actually do properly. You can obviously see that there's no shadow of a doubt that it is following that way. Now, we did all of the linemen, didn't we? That actually standard work is okay with that. It's lowered. Yeah, we're going, Ike. Just gives a moment. It's a bit of a slow starter. Right, yeah, there's a few bits and bobs. We'll hopefully grab there next time because I'm not going to worry about it. He does a lot of this faffing around at the edge, though, that doesn't appear on the course, that it never picks up. So even if you follow the same course, because Courseplay is using the in-game worker, it doesn't record the bits where it does its corner jigs, where it always wants to back up and go into like trees and things like that. It doesn't record that, so you don't actually get it on the Courseplay course, which is a little bit odd. And did we keep this, or did we do in the end? I can't remember. I was debating whether or not to keep it. I think we did do the G866 mods, didn't we? Because it'll tell us, 182. So that definitely can't be. Yeah, so it was nothing. Well, you can't say that it was nothing to do with that. These things go wrong. Any mod can go wrong, and just don't always go wrong to that extent where it literally crashes the game. And and it was also fairly stable. It looked stable, but obviously was not. But it did quite a severe crash. I know because I've done that with a couple of my own mods, and it's quite a severe thing that would ever crash the game from a modding perspective. So this obviously crashed in quite a spectacular style. So right, so what have we got to do fertilizer? Because we've actually done 2 of the fields now. Yeah, we've done 37 and 36 too, I believe. So pH, well, that looks awful, but it did it all, and we went over that because I went over that patch again myself just to check, and it was like, so this is, I thought we'd pH that one. Obviously we can't do 35. I thought, oh, we're just about to pH that one. I would say so. I would say that's probably why we left. That's right. We were going to stick a point down here, weren't we, actually? And then I said, no, we'll do it next session. So where are we going to stick that? I think... I'm trying to sort of think about also this lot down here. In a place that's sort of central, but like not too far for anyone to go. But this would likely not to use this an awful lot. I think what we'll do is something similar, but we're only going to do it a little bit. Yeah, we're going to do a little tiny bit here, and we're going to do the sale point here. That leans... I do want to create a double-headed one if possible, and this is an ideal situation again for this kind of thing. If you think about it, I'm sort of trying as I'm going through the designs. Not sure if it's possible. I think I'd have to do what I do with... Wow. Where did this lot come from? Yeah, we'll stick with this. No, let's go. I'd like the one with the grate. I do prefer the modelling on the other one. That's true. If we do that, we'll actually... it doesn't. It lets you do it, actually. But I'd have to do it so that it's going where the fence is. And I don't really want to ruin that. Yeah, what I'd like to do is a double-headed one that goes like that and like that. I suppose I could do it 2 different models and put the literally class it as 2 within each. Yeah, I could try. That might actually work. Whether it literally is the body has 2 heads, but really is 2. You know, inside the i3D. That might actually work because it'd still be 2 sets of specific triggers on each side of the same model, which is really 2 models, sort of, if you know what I mean. I could make the other one invisible apart from the pipe. That would also work. So then, yeah, we need to do the little bit of leveling trick to sort of like do that. I don't want to go too mad. Just want to like do this so it's like that. I want to put some grass down. We'll do that afterwards. So let's try that again. Thought it might be kind to me and remember, so we didn't have to cycle all the way through here. So it's the first one. I suppose we could sort of do that. Just seeing how close it lets me get to that. It literally let me. I thought it might fill that in because that wasn't in. That didn't quite work to plan. No, I thought it might actually do ground underneath the underneath that, but it didn't quite work as I planned it to do. I think we need to if we're going to do that. I'm not sure we thought that through terribly well, really. Yeah, it's not quite as I. Yeah, a little tiny touch, and then I think a bit of softening, which is probably. And then we'll. Yeah, that's not going to be terribly good, is it really? I think we need to rethink that completely and come a bit wider, or that's going to be so silly. And we're only thinning the river really, so it's costing us to do this. I know we wouldn't really be doing any of this. Let's be honest. You'd do this completely different because you could remove the fence. We could, batten off this side, and it wouldn't really matter if you did. So it's just right. So let's put a bit of grass to make this a bit, and also a bit of my concrete pebbles just around here to make it look like it was meant to be, which it is. And I think, even the asphalt, it's weird how this has really gone quite terrible. Used to be really good at doing little tiny, now it sort of really makes a real mess. Absolutely terrible mess when you do this, which and it did used to be good. I don't get why it's suddenly gone awful and then you can't do this. You used to have to do it quickly, and I did it quickly, but it still is not allowing you to do anything like that. Yeah, I'm trying to pay a bit more attention to details because I often find that the viewing of the horrible green that you see that's like, I always call it a carpet, the undergreen for laying grass on top of, I think it always detracts from. I'm trying to pay a bit more attention to the realism element of the game. So now I believe we now need to go down that end and fill with the lime. Now I think I can hardly hear, but it has got sound actually, the fen. I think I've turned my volume settings too low. Which is, I think, general. Apologise for dragging you through this, but I think it's more important that you hear the sound than it is. I'm sure it's in this one. Here we go. It is, and the environment is 60-odd%. I don't understand because my TV is quite loud. I can hear it, but it's very faint. Whereas there are certain ones that are loud. But I don't know whether I've got the sound file right. This could be me with this particular one, so I'm not going to say too much because it really could be my fault. Right, so lime. I know we're making our own, and we will be making our own, but at the minute we're we're going to have to buy it. So yeah, I still don't really like that in a way. I can see why I did it, because obviously I'd close the fence off if I did it the other way. Oh, and that's why I don't like the pole to appear, because it goes through your wheels, but it's got no collisions when it's like this, because it shouldn't be like that. At the minute, that's just a model, but it totally ruins, again, the immersion. So, right, let's stick this going on this particular one. Oh, yeah, this was more. It wanted the front one. Also, oh no, it's happy with that. It doesn't care for once. It did before. On Oak City, I had to drop the front box for it actually to work. Oh, that definitely looks good on the fertilizer side. So that is good. Yeah, we may make ourselves some fertilizer as well from the slurry, but it's literally just for ourselves. So I don't want to be like selling. I've only got that going on Maple. It's the only one so far that I've actually done the buying and selling of fertilizer, and I don't want to make a habit of it. It's just that you can't ignore it either. It's just I overdid it on FS22, and I'm really not wanting to follow the same. Yeah, these are the type of pipes I'm on about. When people do a drive, they drop one of these pipes to continue the dike like underneath the ground, and that's what we do in Britain a lot, only bigger pipes, which I'm sure, yeah, if it was necessary, but that's what I'm saying, it can be done. Right, so then let's stick that over there with this little lot. Yeah, I always find sheds like this, as beautiful as they are, there's sort of, if you think about it, there's an awful lot of waste at the front, because you can't, well, unless you're going to stack things behind one another, which I always think is the most wasteful type of poorly designed shed ever, which you see, we used to see an awful lot in FS like 19 and 17 videos I've seen of that. They were like, I said, oh, my love, what a waste of space. But yeah, the No Man's Land, that shed, that type, I mean, Daggerwin did his Let's Play with that and stuck with it, and literally dragging things out of the shed 10 minutes later. I didn't always show it, but I'm not thinking, why would you do that to yourself? But then Daggerwin's very good, a master at making people, that type of thing is part of his style, which he makes work, whereas I am not doing that type of thing, and therefore, yeah, there are limits. Right, I would imagine you're probably not too far off. Yeah, last run. So we shall hang around. So we've done all the work. We have fed our animals. Yeah, I did do that. Well, you will have seen me do that. So productivity is going up. Oh, well, yeah, that's the water buffaloes. They're definitely a little bit higher. 18. Oh, so they're both newly sort of done. Nearly filled that. Manure, they've started to produce, and slurry you can't see because it's like, yeah, you can't see it until it's there. 33 litres of that. So the productivity is on the up, which is fantastic. All right, let's we'll do this. We will do this. Yeah, it's only a tiny little bit. It's less faffy, although I've missed a bit. So let's just go and do that corner. I'm not having that. Take over from a worker and make a worse job than a worker. That'll do nicely. Right, so then we should also see as well if so far, I mean, the fertilizer still disappears even if you've done it. And that's not, well, unless giants have really changed the rules of precision farming and actually the benefits of precision farming, then, I mean, all I see so far is like negatives, because you've got the new, which I know adds a realism element. You've got the lines that you would have in real life, which is a nice touch. But what I mean is it's just detrimental. And then if you're using fertilizer when you shouldn't be using fertilizer, it goes down still at the minute. I think lime is different. If I remember rightly, the lime was okay. I'm tempted to leave this back thing on because it's a bit of a pain. Switch that. No. Switch that off. Yeah, this we can put down. Saving. You can always tell when it goes really Really slow. Fantastic. Yeah, it's really terrible to come off, so I will have a go at this because it does mean a lot. It shouldn't take too long to do a little tiny tweaks like that, and they're really not that terrible. So I'll leave you in here for now. Collision's obviously worse again. Yeah, you can see it's not too far off though. So that was not too terrible, that one, for its fill plane, whereas the other one was a little bit worse. Right, so then. No, that's it. Yeah, we're off, aren't we? Yeah, we bought that in already. We finished that. We've done everything. We've checked the sales, I believe. We have. I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. So we've got a telehandler straight off. Still 584,528. Now, what I was going to say, I was going to literally talk to you a few minutes ago about this, was. Now, you can see that all of the bales and all of the grass we've immediately stuck straight somewhere else. So we don't tend to use something like this. But the space we could do. Yeah, oh my life. Wow, we get 49 grand as well. This will half pay for. I thought we could put the bionic. Yeah, I think I might go super. Although, I don't know. I think a bionic will be enough for this. I don't, because of the amount of cows. I can't imagine we'd need a super. So I think we're going to go bionic. One of my new dairies that I've done, yeah, that, so it's a 47 one. No, it's not, it's 27. Yeah, I've got some of my prices are wrong as well for, yeah, I've got a specialist that I always start at 27 because it's like 2 in 1. But then I've got other ones that like the oil plant, and I looked at the other day, I thought, I think you priced that wrongly. So really, oh, this is the old model. Yeah, so there should be another 27,000 one, which is, is not showing. Have I priced it up differently, or is it, no, it was appearing. Super Dairy. Yeah, where's my other one then? Ah, there. So we've got the Super Dairy there. Did I just miss it? Is the bionic wrong now? If it is, I'll need to go out and fix it, because, like, yeah, really, did I miss? Yeah, now that's the one that, yeah, there should be 2 of these. Like you saw the Super, so, oh, there is. It's just lower down. Right, okay then. So, yeah, yeah, this is, we're going to sort of have to, like, do that a bit like that, aren't we? It's not going to fit exactly into that particular thing. We need to get to the, can we, no, yeah, that's not too terrible. Let's say that's about, yeah, you swear, I really wish you could lock it and then look behind. Because if you go behind it, you can't see the front then. It's one of those things where you really, really could do with seeing everything. I think that's about right. And of course, the beauty is we can, yeah, plenty. And that's what I'm saying. What a waste of space. I mean, really, obviously that has actually gone quite well there. So I've got a bionic dairy, one of my own models, one of my latest models. And it has this one, I think, has got the 3D. It has. Yeah, this has got the normals, as they get called, that give it a bit of punchiness and make it look as close to 3D as 2D can actually get. Yeah, supposedly. And of course you can muck around with it and make it a bit more or less realistic. It is a bit shiny though. Maybe I've gone a bit mad with the shininess. Yeah, so I'm still not quite happy with the white. It's not white enough for me, but yeah, I was trying to sort of keep the colours but go for the newer models and newer. Yeah, I've gone for like high res wood effect and high-res sandstone effect on this one, and then I've got peak stone and dry stone walling as well on all the models. I'm trying to keep it so it's sort of not unique exactly, but like the modelling sort of not bad. So I think that's the last primary one that we need to do. We are going to need a mucky trailer as well for grabbing like slurry and that around, rather. Yeah, I'm trying to be good at for this type of thing and not have, you know, like use the same one straight away. And I might actually make one that says that, because I'm going to use this myself, but also it does give that opportunity for people to have one. Like a billboard like I've got on that liquids. I could actually put slurry, or you know, like make it. Oh, and I think you can do that yourself already, can't you? And you can make the colours different and that type of stuff. So yeah, we'll see. I might be overthinking it. Let's go through till tomorrow morning. Have we actually got a house? Is this our house? I think it is, isn't it? I do love the detail, and I really do. It's quite, I mean, again, as close to 3D as you can get with 2D as you possibly can. It does get a real feeling of depth within, and it really is quite amazing. No, I didn't think I would be able to do it. Please tell me this is our house. Okay, no. Maybe it's not. Oh, no, it is. It is. Right, so sleep trigger is here. Well, it is a bedroom, I think. I think it's a bedroom. I'm not sure. It's a bit peculiar, but it's a good attempt for the game. Yeah, let's be honest. Right, so let's go through, and it is going to be 9 o'clock. Now, have we set everything going? That is a point. Weren't we going to do the liming and that? I wasn't sure if I actually did all of this. I didn't switch it. No, the herbicide. What are we short of? Yeah, it's the making. Yeah, we'll go through. We have done it all. Mineral feed is on, and why is that? Why is that shouting? What have you not got? Oh, it's running out of digester. Everything is. So let's go through till the morning. So that should sort itself out as it's going through, and maybe produce some. But I think we're short for the herbicide. We will allow the buying of digestate for that. Yeah, because it's going to take some of that we really did already produce. So, we haven't got a generator, have we? We've been a bit remiss. Now, I am using someone else's because it's as powerful as mine, but it takes up an awful lot less room. So, let's just see a corner of a field or something where we're not going to steal anything, but we could do it. You could stick it inside the cow place. I'm not being nasty. It really is, you know, not going to hurt, is it? So we want on, and it is on factories, generators. This beautiful thing here, it's... Okay. Doesn't like you doing that. What about B mode? It is flat. Fantastic. That will do nicely. Right, so we've got a generator 2 for an awful lot less, a tenth of the price of mine. It's a little bit cheeky, I know, but okay. We've been allowed. So now, how did we do on... How much did we do? So 34,000 litres of herbicide. So we'll switch that off now. I don't consider we're going to use... This is obviously our main business. 86,722. I think we'll have used all of the digestate. Oh, not quite. We actually had a bit excess silage. So we've got some silage to make TMR. I don't mind us buying the hay and the straw to make this, although we have got 44 tons left, so we might be able to do some. Actually, that's not a bad mix. Yeah, the hay we need a bit more, and we actually can buy our own... Yeah, sorry, make our own TMR, not buy. We don't want to be buying, but I usually do because it's easy to roll back and grab it from here. But yeah, it would be nice to actually do this product. Now, I've got the cow barn silo, which is one that I normally stick inside over here sort of thing on, and that would also is actually working at the minute. I've struggled with it for a bit, but it seems to be almost working all right. So then, what is in sales? And then we'll have a look at our... Well, look at that little lot. I don't know what that was in the background. No, isn't this the one with the 3-point option? Yes. And I am tempted... Because the Red Rock cannot be a tractor, and this is a 170 horsepower tractor in a way. In fact, it could be, really, because you could stick the adapter on the front and make it into a genuine 3 points, maybe slightly cheeky, but it will work, and it is proper, got a PTO and everything, so we could do that. Although I don't know that you can actually make the... Yeah, I think you need an adapter, and I always find adapters make things a bit wobbly, so we shall see. Oh, it's actually got a front one. You can put a weight on the front as well if you wanted. I've never noticed that before. I'm tempted. I am. We could sell the Red Rock. Have we please tell me? Yes, we are at the shop. Now then, do we go for an upgrade straight away? It's a bit of an overkill, really, isn't it? But it's a very good... Well, it's not actually a very good price, but we could afford it. But I think I'm happy. I think ours suits the map better. It's not really the largest of... So, any options on that? No. That's to sell too, so we will buy that to sell, I think. We are looking out for a header, though. Yeah, you've got to go for no options, or you're going to lose a shed load of cash. I think we actually might do that too. We may as well just sell it. It's why not? It's all extra cash, which I know we're doing well at the minute. I do. Do we keep that for... No, as a swivel. I'd sooner grab another one of mine, really. Now, then we do want to buy for the shop, so let's add some cash. We don't... Yeah, that's true, actually. There's a cheaper option now. The telehandlers, we sort of spoiled. This is a much better position than we've ever had before. So we've got the two Merlots now. We've got the original Giants Merlot, this one, 149,000. We've also got this Merlot, the old Arm Team one. So I think, I mean, I've got mine as well, but mine's a copy of that one, so mine's a bit cheeky. Although, when I say a copy... Oh, no, it's... Yeah, true, I'd started to work on this, and then it all went wrong, and I had to leave it, and yeah, because it did go wrong at one point, badly, so I had to, like, put the proper decals back on. I did have mine on at one point, so I will have another go at this. But yeah, let's grab this Merlot. And for the store, 90,000, and we'll go for 92,000. And that can be the store. So let's add 92,000. Let's go and have a look and get some buying and selling done. We are looking out for a header, though. That is one thing I am definitely in the market for. We do need to grab the Red Rock. It's a shame, because I do love the Red Rock, and I don't want it to appear, but it's just that really this is quite a big advantage for us to have this type of thing. As a tractor, the ability to have that 3-point is really terribly amazing. Right, so only we've not switched the 3-point on this particular model. My bad. We will correct this. Let's grab the Zornhammer, which I believe is the right kind of attacher, but the game will tell us. Let's take this and sell this little lot. Yeah, I do like this. It's a real cracking thing. There is a mod that I put on, though, for a while, and also that was about sales, but it took away this bonus that you get. So I thought, no, I like this. I think it's quite a genuine thing of almost like Giants giving you the 10% extra that you get naturally and allowing you to sell things and get that back. Now that, I thought, was actually quite amazing that they allowed that. Yep. Let's put the 3. Yeah, so 6 grand we are owed as well. Yeah, so let's do that straight away. 6000. Fantastic. I'm going to say I've dropped the... Fantastic. So this is for the yeah, obviously we've got to go, yeah, keep it at the back, because obviously it's going to grab the things from the back. I do love this old design. It really is beautiful. Yeah, a bit more. Oh, I like that punchy Merlot sign in like almost like 3D. That is really impressive. The ARM team are a good team though, aren't they? Let's be honest. Right, so then we've got you. So then, unfortunately, and it is a shame, I say I know, and it's not because it's inferior or anything like that. Well, it is because it's inferior in so much as it hasn't got 3-point link, but that, I wouldn't care about it, only we've got this, obviously, opportunity. We can do this, so just drop that down, because we don't need to buy that again. But this, you will be seeing this, because, like, this will be my first choice. Like, we could afford this at the beginning of a Let's Play. That really is quite phenomenal, because you can't normally. So, pound for pound, this is still brilliant. It's just that we've got this opportunity to buy a very reasonably priced Fendt that has got a 3-point link and is also 170 horsepower. So, it's sort of like, is very, very good for us. It's an additional vehicle. This is a bit weird, this is. Sometimes you can't get to it. Oh, we almost got the same value for it. Amazing. Yeah, massive shout out to Fast Farm, because it is amazing, and it's not because I don't like it. It really is only. That's why I'm belabouring the point, really, because I feel a bit guilty, because I don't like being. But you've got. I'm not a big one for that business as business malarkey. Yeah, because people use it as a protection to do what on earth they like, and I'm not a massive fan of that type of thing. But right, so that's right. We do need to repair this too, so yeah. So our money is going to be right back up there when we've actually done all this. We do need a repair point down at the farm as well. Yeah, this is really amazing for me, because I love the fact that you have your farm next to the store. It's one of those things that is my dream situation. It doesn't happen very often, so yeah, I'm really happy that it's a beautiful little bit of kit this is. Yeah, so amazing. So yeah, that is a point. I wonder if I could do that. Adapt the adapter so it's as straight as a telehandler adapter instead of a front loader one. Now there's a project that shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I don't think you can buy the adapter, can you, in the store? I guess in miscellaneous, and I think it only comes in one flavour. And I think that is front loader. Yeah, this beautiful thing by BC Gamer that's been kicking around forever. It's just front loader, isn't it, I think? I'm sure it is. Yeah, it doesn't say, does it? Which is strange. Yes, I must check my sound files like afterwards, because I'm sure I made the alteration in the XML file, and I just need to check that I've copied the sound files across. Sorry to go into modding talks straight away. It's my bad. A bad habit, actually. Fantastic. And beautiful harvester. Which is a beautiful harvester as well. It's just obviously it would at full stretch have a much bigger hold than ours, but ours is still reasonable. And it's not a big map with big fields. They're like small to medium. We've got some big fields, but they're not, like monstrously like Attigan Park or all of the big ones, or even Oxygen David's map, which you'd think I'd remember. No, it's one of those days. My words are like so right up to 568,000 again, 646. Amazing. Let's grab you. What is that? Oh, that's right. Do need to sell this too, because I don't think we're going to forage. I don't think, but if we do, then I'll kick myself for like missing an opportunity to buy a good header. It's a little bit narrow. Yeah, I can feel that it's like wanting to tip a little. It's quite a high telehandler. So all things considered, again, I was talking about this. Was doing a bit of a study. No, no. Why can I not see that? It's a bit strange. It's hard to find the sweet spot for this, really. Let's just put it in the box. I think we were nearly in there already. That's actually in the box, so... Fantastic. So nearly 600,000. Let's get this back to the farm. And make sure... The animals should be alright, really. And the milk... It should probably be at a minimum as well. I'm wondering, yeah. For certain Let's Plays, it would be nice to buy sugar without having to like make a sugar mill. You know, like without having to sort of do that, because you're sort of then going into sugar as well just to get sugar. I'm not sure how to handle this. Like the H2 Studios sell point now, you can obviously buy that straight off the bat, which I like that. Right, fantastic. So we have a genuine telehandler. Well, no. Makes it sound like the Red Rock wasn't a genuine telehandler. It was a genuine telehandler, definitely. Right, so then let's just check. Animals. Now, yeah, not sure how much they'll be eating. Well, not an awful lot. Everyone's happy, though, now. Completely happy. 10% reproduction on both. Milk at 2,500 litres. Buffalo milk at 507. So I think we'll probably leave that for another month. And then we'll set going on that. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Grass will have grown first growth stage, and I believe our corn, which I have not forgotten, will not be ready until next month. Yeah, that's dark green, is it not? Oh, there, these are all grass. I was going to say, what? I was just panicking. I thought, I'm sure I've allowed for all of the things. Now, a sensible person would be using this opportunity to plough his fields. Do we need to be doing anything? I don't know what we're going into yet, if I'm honest. I've not... again, we've got the whole winter for things to drop, but obviously we're missing things like the canola boat and stuff like that if we like do anything in that sort of vent. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, it's been a few Let's Plays since I've done vegetables. I've done the whiskey factory quite a lot recently for like barley and things, so sure. I'll just pull that back a little. It's a little bit. I'm sure that masses have got that front connector that allows them to do that, whereas some manufacturers don't. Right, so you're going. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at this because I'm recently I've been quite good at actually doing these type of things straight off the bat. Right, so animals are done. We've got all of our original ones in. Yeah, it's true. I might go for the H2 Studios one that actually drops bits off as a sell point. Now, I might try to make one myself, to be honest. It wouldn't be a bad exercise if we're going to do this regularly. That Let's Plays like this where you need a bit of sugar for doing the chocolate, but do you really want to go into sugar as well? I have done that on Fair. No, it's not Fairhead. It is Lady Hill. That's right. On Lady Hill, I've done that on Lady Hill. I've built the sugar, and it really is just for like the chocolate. It's an awful lot to do just for a chocolate. I was thinking, sure, there's a better way to do this, but we did it, and we've actually really run with it. So we will have sugar at the end of the Let's Play, as in to sell, to make it look good. But what I mean is that's just a bit excessive, if you ask me. Right, so let's go through till. Let's use the, yeah, it's quite a novel experience for me to use the sleep trigger. No, we don't want the wardrobe. We just want to go to sleep. No, we did definitely check all of that. We bought every last little bit. I suppose we could have fertilised. I did think about it. Could have fertilised the corn, but it's a little bit late now. Going to need to lease a corn header. Now this sort of shows the Massey is still only a start in harvester. Now that other one you could have used a fairly hefty corn header for that. I can't see. I was hoping that we might see the cornfield looking across the road. Oh, it's actually... No, you can. Yeah, that's ready, I think. I'm sure if you look, it's definitely ready. No, I think that was right. Yeah. Growth, that's the one. Yeah, so the grass is ready. Well, it's second growth stage, but we're not going to chop it again. That is definitely ready. So, we're going to do this session or keep that for next session? I think we will. I think we've got a long enough session from this one. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you... I suppose we could really do the animals to help us next session. Yeah, then we can really concentrate on the corn harvest. So let's not be quite so... Yeah, I'm hoping... Yeah, it looks like good, doesn't it? And that's also after a save, so it does make me wonder if that's not bad now. I don't know whether if you make a map, whether it's more... Because it seems that on the maps, on the inbuilt ones, that they don't very often... Although I have seen it in the past where they did 3 Marias. It was still going wrong at that point. Because that's, I think, why I put mine in. Because I could sort of cheat because I've got the inbuilt one. Oh no, it was on that last one, so it's not being funny. Right, so then TMR. We've not made it yet. We will do though. I changed it to the right hand side because I thought for the realism element it was better. Even though it is quite a bit slower. It's still fast, but it's not fast. So I reckon straw could probably... That's about full. So that's not bad. Milk and buffalo milk. That does need doing now. So that's across the road. Let's get these little ancillary jobs so that next session we can crack on straight away with doing the corn harvest. Just need to... Yeah, so we need a mucky tanker for like doing things like the slurry and things like that. I thought that was someone coming at me. Right, fantastic. Yeah, so again, we will need to buy some sugar. That is a point. I could do that. I never thought of that. Why don't we do what I've done on the... Because we are paying for a business that's already... well, we could. I suppose if we did that, though, I'd have to up the price of the... Yeah, because at the minute the bionic dairy is sort of cheap because it's a single business. But if we were to incorporate a little tiny bit of a sugar mill, but not a powerful one, but like a little tiny machine that's capable of chugging along doing a bit of sugar. Now that, you could just buy the raw constituents then, and that really would not be too terrible. It's possible. I could do it. I've done the same on the... for exactly the same reason. Oh. Why are you not dumping when you say that I can? How bizarre. And it's not the dump trigger. No, it really is saying dump, so it's bizarre. It could be the tank. As in, like, it's... Oh, I don't know. If it's reading it, it should be fine. I've never had issues with that per se. And it's a new model, but based upon the old. And the triggers and the loading stations and all that type of stuff, they're all exactly where they were before. So the only difference really is the vehicle itself. Might need to make the a little bit. Let's just try reversing that away. Apologies for this. It should, but we can see it is saying dump. It should be. I did have issues with this itself a while back, but yeah, you can see it's saying the dump, which means that the liquid tanker can see it. Is it a little bit high? But yeah, I don't really know, because it should be fine. But I mean, yeah, certain models of tractors and that are a little bit. Let's try the Xylon. Oh no, we can't try the Xylon. I don't want to do that. Let's try the little one. The Deutz. Again, it's weird. Sometimes you think it's a small tractor, so it'll have a low, but it doesn't always. It doesn't always follow that it's low just because it's a small tractor. It can still be high. It sort of varies from model to model. Is it this that the telehandler's not necessarily the best for that? Yeah, is this going to go low or high? Yeah, see, that's quite. You see, it was a telehandler. Was nothing to do with. It was all to do with height of that. That's what buffalo milk. Oh no! It's another one of those where they've not allowed for buffalo milk. Oh, I do hate this. I was another one of these on another map that was exactly the same. Is there a way for... No, it's... I know with the modding that it's literally the... Okay, well in that case, we're going to have to... So annoying. Yeah, sell them. So annoying. And we will buy another 20 of these instead. No. We can afford actually a bit more. So if we've got 20, if we buy 30, it's 135. So that'd be 67 and a half. I've got 20, so that would be 47 and a half. Right, okay. It's a long time since I've had Holstein, so we will play the game. It's just so annoying, really, that you're forced by a game that really it should be. Yeah, map makers don't half get away with things that normal modders, you wouldn't get away with that. Yeah, it's only allowed for the storage of the old-fashioned kind of milk. Right. Okay, it is what it is. Right, so then I think that's everything done. So, no, not really. We've not switched this on, have we? So, bottled milk, we want to be switching our version of that on. This is 5,000 litre pallets. That's the only reason it's been done. And we want milk, that one there. Butter, again, 5,000 litre ones. Cheese, yep. Chocolate, yes, but we need to get some sugar. So, yeah, we'll probably get our sugar, 5,000 litre ones. No, because you won't be able to buy that. Yeah, it's true, the game won't understand what that is, which is why I need to do one myself, and then I can do it. Right, end of the session then. Did I check the sales this morning? No. I don't think we'll be doing cotton on this, and I think we'll pass. I will do, yes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.